While you're up there, can you do a mic check?
What?
While you're up there,
Can I what?
can you do a mic check?
Eric Lovelace, Wink News. Soon to be Wink News.
Did you get that?
Wait, can you do that one more
Do it
time?
again.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, if I do this, you have to wait. I have to go grab one thing. Eric Lovelace, Wink News.
Yeah, I got you.
Can't think of anything for myself.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Just. Yep.
All right, good afternoon. I'm School Board Chair Armor Persons. Thank you for joining us. On behalf of the school board, we take fiscal responsibility very seriously. We are entrusted by the voters to provide policy and oversight to the school district, and that means making sure every dollar is spent wisely. We take fiscal transparency seriously. To us, that means making sure the public sees us debate the budget, and what we budget is easy to find and understand. We also take fiscal accountability very seriously. As a board, we must believe that any allegation of waste, fraud, or abuse is thoroughly investigated. It comes down to promises made, promises kept. I am proud to introduce the superintendent, Dr. Denise Carlin, for an announcement that will help us maintain this promise of fiscal responsibility, transparency, and accountability. Dr. Carlin, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you very much for being here. So I am Denise Carlin, and I have the privilege of serving as superintendent of the School District of Lee County. I want to begin by extending my gratitude to Board Chair Armor Persons for his leadership and his support. I also want to thank our school board members for their partnership and for standing firm on the principles of fiscal responsibility and student success. Their support has been essential as we work to strengthen accountability in our district. During my campaign as superintendent and nearly every day since taking office, I've heard the same question from parents and taxpayers. How is the school district spending their dollars? It is an important question and one that we take extremely seriously. Fiscal responsibility is not just a slogan. It is one of our core priorities because taxpayers deserve honest, clear information about how their money is being used. That is why during my very first 6 months as superintendent, I mandated that each department cut their budget by at least 5%. I also reorganized the central office to remove unnecessary layers of bureaucracy and to improve our efficiency. These actions resulted in $17 million in savings to this district. This responsible approach to budgeting helped our district to secure the highest teacher pay raises in the entire state of Florida. That's a really big deal. That is what responsible budgeting should accomplish. It should strengthen instruction, support teachers, and direct resources where they matter the most, in the classroom. And as I said at the time, we're not done. More reductions are coming. In September, the school board approved a fiscally responsible $2.9 billion budget. We demonstrated that government can spend less while still improving services. We showed that you can demand accountability and deliver results. I want to again thank my team who worked tirelessly on this budget, and to the school board for their continued support. Now, being fiscally responsible is one thing. Being fiscally transparent is another. Our budget book is hundreds of pages long. It is public, but it doesn't always mean that it's easy to understand. Simply posting documents online is not transparency. Transparency involves providing taxpayers with clear, accessible information about how their money is spent. So today, I'm proud to announce the launch of a new fiscal accountability and transparency section of our district website. This tool allows anyone in the community to explore our budget and to understand it clearly. For example, if you want to know the budget for your child's school, such as Cape Elementary, you can go to the budget summary page. Choose the school from the drop-down menu and instantly view a complete breakdown. You will see the total budget, the number of staff, positions, salaries, benefits, utilities, and from which funds they are being expensed. You can do the same for any one of our central office positions and departments. If you want to know what we spend, for example, in transportation, the full breakdown is there. Clear and easy to understand. None of this information is new or even secret, nor should it be. Taxpayers make our work possible, and we owe it to them to demonstrate that waste, fraud, and abuse will not be tolerated in this school district. If you want to know where every dollar goes, this tool right here will show you. Our goal is simple: to be fiscally responsible and fiscally transparent. Our community deserves both. And each year, when the school board approves a new budget, we will update this page so that the public always has the latest information. We are also making sure that this information is easy to find. When you visit leeschools.net, you will see a banner at the top of the home page linking directly to the Fiscal Accountability and Transparency section. Just below it, you'll find a budget icon, giving our community two simple pathways to the information that they have asked for. But transparency does not happen in isolation. Strong fiscal oversight requires strong partners who share the belief that taxpayer dollars must be protected, monitored, and used responsibly. That is why today's announcement is so very important. So this afternoon, we take another significant step forward in strengthening public trust. And we are doing it in collaboration with an office that plays a critical role in safeguarding county finances. It is my privilege to introduce someone who has been a consistent partner in promoting accountability all across Lee County. Lee County Clerk of Courts and Comptroller, Kevin Carnes.
Thank you, Dr. Carlin, and thank you, chairpersons, for having me here today. I want to also thank prior board chair Sam Fisher for his leadership on the topic I'm here to speak about today. And it is an honor to be here today with you this afternoon to promote transparency in government spending. As Lee County's clerk and comptroller, I serve as the county's auditor, a role that I am proud of and been working hard on ever since taking office. Like Dr. Carlin and chairpersons, I believe in making sure our taxpayers know how their money is being spent. I am committed to protecting taxpayer dollars, which is why I'm proud to announce a partnership between the Lee Clerk's Office and the School District of Lee County that will do just that, along with strengthening trust and enhancing transparency. Beginning today, my office will provide our Inspector General Department services to the school district to perform its fraud, waste, and abuse investigations. This will be provided at no cost to the taxpayer or to the school district. Currently, the school district uses another platform for internal complaints, and our Inspector General will be an additional option for the employees in our community to use. As you may be aware, our Inspector General Department conducts internal fraud, waste, and abuse complaints for the Board of County Commissioners, the Port Authority, and the school district, and we now continue that partnership with the school district. Anyone can submit online anonymous tips, which our Inspector General will review and determine whether to investigate. Once an investigation is complete, the clerk will determine if allegations are substantiated and provide those reports back to the superintendent and to the school board. It is important to note that this does not apply to curriculum, human resources matters, or other areas. Allegations of fraud, waste, and abuse are obviously taken very seriously, so having a named subject is a required element of the tip form. I couldn't be more excited to partner with the school district on this initiative. The superintendent and school board are the experts on running schools, and they do an excellent job. As the county auditor, my team serves as experts on audits and investigations, which is why we all came here together for the best interests of the taxpayers we serve. This partnership is truly about saving taxpayer dollars while promoting accountability and integrity in our community. Thank you again for being here for these exciting announcements.
So at this point, Dr. Carlin and Mr. Carnes are available for any questions.
Hi everyone, my name is Olivia Jean with McNews. I'm just wondering why now, what prompted all this?
I'll take that question if I can. First of all, thank you for your question. You know, when I was sworn in over a year ago, it was my duty to look at all of our systems, to look at every part of our system, and we are a very large school system. We're the 27th largest in the nation and the 8th largest in Florida. So it takes a little bit of time to look at each one of the systems, right? That doesn't happen overnight. It's very important to me that when we have an opportunity to get a service free of charge, as the clerk just mentioned, that we take advantage of that. Our goal is to be fiscally responsible. This is one more step toward doing that.
Anybody?
Anyone else?
Hi there, my name is Edward Frankel with Gulf Coast News NBC. So we just heard why now, and now, if anything, this is important to know for our community. What else can we see that is being another resource for the community, helping them to be more informed about what's going on with their funding in the schools, and related to some comments from funding like schools at Fort Myers Beach Elementary. Is this a way for them to know exactly where that funding goes to?
Yes, again, a great question. Our goal is to be fiscally transparent and fiscally accountable. This new system gives not just our employees who may witness fraud, waste, and abuse an opportunity to report that, but also our constituency. It also offers our community a look at our budget. You know, we talk about in our budget workshops once or twice a year what our budget is. Now, when a community member, an employee, has a question, they can drill down. So if you think about, it's very similar to what we have for our half-penny sales tax, where you can go online and you can find out by school how that money is being spent. This is a very similar type of process. Fort Myers Beach, of course, is welcome to look, just like every school and every constituent is welcome to do that.
Is this run by just a set number of staff? Oh, well, first, Eric Lovelace, Fox 4. Is this run by just people? Is there any implementation of like AI technology? And then how are you guys, it's a lot of money, dollars in and out. How are you ensuring that, the error, margin for error is as small as possible?
name is Sarah Cox. I'm the Executive Director for Business Services. So our staff put this information together as of a certain point in time. So there is no AI used for it. It's not updated like on a daily basis to generate live information day to day. So it is as of a certain point of time, and as Dr. Carlin mentioned, we will update it each September as the final budget is approved by the board. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Amy Williams, News Press. I'm curious, up until now, how many reports of fraud, waste, and abuse you get each year, ballpark?
That's an excellent question. I don't have an exact number, but I do know that people currently access, we have a lighthouse system. This is one additional way that our employees and our constituents are able to do that. But rest assured, when those reports are made to our school district, we act on those. Again, the goal in this first year of the superintendency, and by the way, it's an elected position now, so I feel very accountable to our community who put me in charge of the school district. It's very important that this community knows that we will not let any stone left unturned. We will look at every opportunity for our constituents to report fraud, waste, and abuse. And then those will be addressed.
I guess I wasn't clear with my question. I'm curious, do you get, have 1 a week, 2 a month, 16 a year? Again, just ballpark, how much does the public come to you with these issues?
Right. So currently, like I said, I can't give you an exact number, but we do receive a number of reports, and we investigate each one of those. So yes, thank you.
Gracie Musco with News. When and how did this idea come about, and how long have you guys been working on this?
I guess I'm just going to stand here. I'm certainly inviting our team if you'd like to add anything to it. This is something that's been under discussion for actually a couple of years now. This was back when the previous clerk was here. There was discussion with the board at that time. It was decided not to proceed. We have a new clerk, relatively new clerk, come in, and we've had those conversations. He and I are very aligned in terms of resources when they are free of charge. Why wouldn't we take a look at that? And so that's why the conversation has happened now. Again, it takes a long time. We're a very large school district to look at all of our processes. But again, knowing that the clerk is a fiscal conservative, wants to make sure that all dollars are properly accounted for. I am also a fiscal conservative, as is our board. They want to make sure at the end of the day that each one of our taxpayer dollars are being used appropriately. This is one more way for the community to do that for us.
I know you said you can't ballpark the number.
And so we encourage every one of our community members, school district staff, and vendors to make those tips online, and so we can actually do our due diligence to look into whether they meet the definition of fraud, waste, and abuse. I mean, the easiest one is going to be stealing resources or stealing money from the school district. I doubt we have any of those concerns in our district, as the superintendent had said. We run a very tight ship here in Lee County, but those are the sorts of things that we want to look at and just do a thorough investigation, an independent and objective investigation. That's why this partnership with the school district is so important. We are not in the school district's day-to-day operations, so we have to look at it from an outsider's perspective, which is actually a value add to this community. Hopefully it builds trust to the employees or the vendors that make these tips. And then, of course, the information goes back to the superintendent and the school board for actions if anything is ever found. Thank you for the question.
All right, thank you. Robert?
All right, I just want to close with one last important note. As part of the budget section on our website, there's an opportunity to submit questions about the budget. We encourage anyone with a question to send a message through the budget question form. And I want to thank you for being here today, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.